freshmen and college students about roommates. Next up, we have Liz.
How many of you have ever known someone who can just really light up the room, make everyone laugh and smile and all of that? Okay. Well, for me, this is my brother. I kind of debated on whether to do this topic or not because I don't want anyone to feel very awkward, but this is my brother. He was actually murdered a little over 3 years ago, and he was 19, like most of us in this room. But I don't want the speech to be like depressing or about death or anything like that. I want it to be more about celebrating the life he lived and how he lived his life. As Dr. Seuss says, don't cry because it's over, but smile because it happened. So this is kind of the way I think about it. So the three ways that he really, like, his perspective on life and like the way he lived it was that he always loved to make people laugh and smile. He was very good at not worrying, even when he probably should have, and he always believed the best in people. Okay, so he really loved to make people smile. This is like him when he was little, and that's me, and it's not a good picture of my mom. But like as you can see, like he just like was like trying to make whoever's taking the picture probably like, really laugh and everything, and he just really loved to do that. Right, so and he never like kept the smile to himself. He would always share it. And Ron Gutman, who is the CEO of HealthTap, said in a TED Talk, which is I think it's called Ideas Worth Spreading, that smiling is one of the most basic biological uniform expressions of all humans. It's very difficult to frown while looking at someone who smiles. It's evolutionary contagious, and it suppresses the control we usually have on our facial muscles. So just by smiling at someone, it's like difficult for them not to smile back at you, just because it's kind of like yawning. I think smiles are the second most contagious after yawning. So just like if you smile at someone, like it almost causes them to smile. Okay, so also that was actually my second point. It's just like very difficult to not to smile when you see someone smiling. And if you can make anything funny, like why not make it funny? Basically, I remember I was driving with my brother. He was driving, but I was like in the passenger seat, and like I think I must have had a frown on my face or something like that. And he like looked over at me and kind of like smirked a little bit and started swerving on the road like crazily. And I was just like, oh my God, Adam, what are you doing? But like I started laughing about it, and like he smiled because he had made me laugh, and it just meant a lot to me that he would make that effort, I guess, to like drive recklessly just to get a laugh out of me. But so he why not make even driving funny? Just like Randy Pausch said, like he was dying and he was still having fun. So I think that says a lot. My brother was also very good at like not worrying about much, even when he probably should have. Does this really look like someone who worries a lot, you know? But so this kind of like affected his grades, and he did get into a bit of trouble, but I think he was happier because he just never seemed to worry about much, especially like the little things that you shouldn't worry about. I mean, how many of y'all maybe got worried about, just giving a 6-minute speech today or yesterday? So I did too, and I mean, like I got incredibly worried, but it's actually unhealthy for you to get excessively worried over things. So, like WebMD says that excessive worry can be very unhealthy. Like it can cause you a lot of stress and like even like physical problems. But I think it's healthy to worry about some things, but just like don't overdo it. Like don't overstress yourself at all. So lastly, I wanted to talk about how my brother always believed the best in people. He was one of the nicest people I knew. He would never hurt a fly or anything like that. And because of this, he had like a lot of friends, just because he never really judged people. He always believed in them. He always believed that they could do the best that they could and everything. So he never like doubted anyone. So Viktor Frankl, who's a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, said that if we take man as he really is, we make him worse. But if we overestimate him, you know what happens? We promote him to what he really can be. So we have to be idealistic in a way. If we take man as he is, we make him worse. But if we take man as he should be, we make him capable of becoming what he can be. And so I think that this is really like moving, that like a Holocaust survivor can be like, man can be better than you think that they can be. If you overestimate what they can do, then they can really meet your expectations. And so I think this is kind of what my brother brought out in people, because he always believed that people were good at, like deep in their heart, that like everyone was good, like no one was just innately bad. And so I think that people left after meeting him, like maybe with a better understanding, just that like, I can be good, so I might as well be good. It's kind of like whenever you tell a dog like it's a bad dog, then it starts believing he's a bad dog. But if you tell like a dog like, oh, good dog, and it's like, oh, I'm a good dog, I won't do bad things anymore. So today I talked about my brother and how like his perspective on life and how he lived his life. There's another picture of him, like just very happy, like he's always smiling. He has this like the weird thing where he smiles with his eyes closed, which I have a squinty eye too when I smile sometimes. A little bit annoying. I have one picture of him, but so like he loved to make people smile. He never seemed to worry, and he was just like a very happy person. He always believed the best in people, and I hope that you can like this speech encourages you to all smile a little bit more today. Again, I don't want the speech to be like sad. I wanted it to be happy, and that's why I debated on saying it, just because I don't want anyone to feel like bad about it. I want everyone to be happy about like the life he did live. And I wanted to end with a quotation, which I think kind of like encompasses this idea, like this way of living. It's kind of like we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars, which is a quote by Oscar Wilde. And he like lived a long time ago, but I think it still has meaning today, because the world might not be very good, and you might all be like in the gutter, but I encourage you to all like try to look up at the stars and not just be like, oh, it sucks that I'm in the gutter, but just be like, look at the stars up in the sky and be happy about that at least. So, thank you. That's my speech.